Hey, what's up? This is Daniel here with the RPG you're looking at. So let me just kind of give you an overview. It's all ABS construction, ABS handles. This is the rail. Wood heat guards. The wood I actually bent using a heat-treated process myself and stained it. It's got steel ties just like the real RPG. And let's see, and it is, oh, let's see, oh, okay, that's the back end. 1 second. It is one tube. The reason it was dark is just because the grenade's in there. There it is. I'll take it out and I'll show you more about how the grenade works. Okay. Oh, and here's this is the rocket head. The warhead, the very end here, does come off to allow basically a longer elongated barrel, so you can load the rocket. Give me a second here, I'll load it and then I'll show you. There we go. With the barrel loaded, with the rocket loaded, now you effectively have a barrel of about 1.5 feet. This is the end. The grenade sits right about here, right by the trigger mechanism. So it can be fired with the rocket or without the rocket. So makes for a really good showpiece. Whenever I took this out to a game, people were always like, "Whoa, that's cool," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I built it," and then they were like, "What?" Anyways, so let me show you how it works. Since you've seen everything, let's see. Another thing is it looks like this from the sights. So let's see. There we go. Like that. Anyways. Ow. Whoops. Okay. Anyways, here we go. Oh, and the sling, by the way, is a real SKS sling. So it's either Russian, Hungarian, or Yugoslavian, but it adds some authentic flair to the RPG. Okay, so let me show you how it's fired now. 1 second here. Oh, well, first, before I show you how it's fired, let me show you how the trigger mechanism works. So I actually found online this. I tried to make it as close as I could to the real thing. So if you notice here, there's 4 screws on this plate. When these are removed, the plate comes off and reveals the trigger, like the mechanism inside. I patterned it as close as I could to the one, to the real firearm. Of course, it has its slight differences. Anyways, so what happens is the hammer here pulls back, it locks into place. When you pull the trigger, click, and it'll fire the rocket. Fire the grenade inside. Okay, so let me take the grenade out, show you how the grenade works from there. It's just a standard M203 grenade. Oh, there's one more functioning part on this trigger. It's how the grenade releases. I needed to make a retention. I needed to make a retention mechanism for the grenade, so that when you fired it, it would depress the back pin but not push the entire grenade forward. So this little tab here, if you push it straight down in the same plane as the handle, it actually releases the grenade. So what you do is you tip it up, you pull it down, and then the grenade slides out. Okay, so what you would do, if you're not familiar with M203 grenades, is you'd load each one of these chambers with BBs. Let's see here, if you can, I'm putting it in the light, you may be able to see it, but there's a rubber O-ring. Oh, it's actually right here on the side. This rubber O-ring is slightly exposed in each one of these chambers, and as long as the BB's past that O-ring, then it stays in. I think this one was like 90 rounds. You can get them in all sorts of different sizes. Anyways, okay, so you load the BBs, and then here on the top is the gas valve. So you load your gas in the top here, like you would this style of grenade, or like a gas pistol mag. And here's the release on the back here, this button. So basically, on the inside, you can see there's. Okay, so this is what I was going to show you earlier. It's one solid tube, just like the real deal. Now you'll see that little vertical piece sticking up. That is actually that is connected to the trigger. So when you pull the trigger, that is the piece that depresses the back of the grenade, therefore launching your BBs. So, oh, and you may be able to see it, but there's also the retention mechanism. No, it's kind of hard to see, but you'll see it when it gets down to there on St. George. Okay, so I don't have any BBs because I'm here in an apartment complex. I don't want to be firing BBs off in some random direction, but I'm going to load the gas and I'll shoot off a blast of gas for you. I'll show you how it's loaded. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I don't know if you have one of these, or I don't know if you use green gas or if you use propane. I'm selling all my airsoft stuff, so I've run out of green gas, but propane works just as well. It's basically the same thing without silicone oil. Just want to make sure that the gas you're using is going down like this. Just a few seconds. That's all you really need to charge it. I won't lie, okay, it sounds like it's been a few months since this was sat around. It does have a small leak, so a little bit of silicone oil will settle that. But what you do is you just kind of put the rocket in there and the grenade in there, I should say, and then it needs to go down far enough so that it clicks. Now there is one mechanical thing I haven't been able to work out yet, and that is if you push the rocket in too far, it will fire the rocket. So just as a safety precaution, you never want to be looking down this barrel while you're loading the grenade. I actually did it once and it blew up in my face. Okay, so I just have a little PVC pipe here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of push it back until I hear it click. And hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. Give me just a second here. Okay, it's locked and loaded. So here we go. Pull back the hammer and fire. Oh, wait. There we go. So that shot off gas. What I've noticed personally is that you get better groupings and further range when you're actually using the rocket, because it's got that extended barrel, so you've got more compressed gas behind the BBs for a slightly longer period of time. So range on the BBs is probably, with the rocket, you got like 40 feet, and without the rocket, like 25 to 30. So, you know, distance-wise, it's not amazing. It is, I will, you know, honestly, it's mostly a showpiece, but, you know, it could come in handy. You could probably fashion yourself like some Nerf rockets that this would fire. It'd be great, especially if you get a few more, grenades, then I mean, you're in business. So yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to shoot them to me, and I'd be happy to answer them. Other than that, hear from you soon. Bye.